Alright guys, welcome back once again. So from this Saturday, so before I talk about this, if you don't know that I have a Facebook group called Job Seekers. Actually this group is for job seekers, so if you've been following me for some time, you know that I have that. If you're new, please go ahead and be part of that Facebook group. I'll tell you why now. Lately what I've been noticing that is that group is getting a lot of queries, and some of the queries are most of the time repetitive. It just goes unnoticed, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach out to you. I'm going to ask you for your WhatsApp number and we're going to have a call. Once we're having a call, you can go ahead and ask your 2 or 3 questions. That whole session is going to be recorded for others also to watch that. Yeah, that's a great advantage to get your queries clarified here. Moving on, before I get to the actual topic for today, if you're somebody who is from IT and looking out for opportunity, I've done multiple videos which are in the description, so make sure that you check today's description very well, and there's a lot of important videos which are referenced in this today's video. Alright, let's start. What's up, BEATNIKERS? Welcome back to my channel once again. If you're new here, consider subscribing because I feel that my goal is to bring in the most delicious thinking and enhance your intellect to escape velocity. Let's start today's day. Today's video is very important video for a lot of people who are looking out for engineering jobs here in Germany, who have completed their bachelor's in engineering back in India or elsewhere outside, because I know I often talk about IT jobs. So far I've always got an IT guy and made them speak on my channel, but today's video is about a guy who actually applied for a job sitting in India and secured a job after completing engineering. Alright, let's start today's video. Alright guys, welcome back once again. I'm joined here by Bala, right here, finding a place. Pretty cold outside. I think it's like 1, I would say. Anyway, so we're trying to find a place. We'll sit down and get back to you guys. Christmas time, right behind me. Yeah. There's a huge Christmas market going on. Everybody's getting a bit drunk / tipsy in the daytime. By the way, Bala used to watch my videos back in India, and it's been like 3 weeks for him here. Hello! So anyway, I forgot my point. So Bala used to watch my videos. It's been like 3 weeks for him, about to complete a month, and I was really intrigued by his story, and it's interesting that how we met. We went to the Swadista restaurant. If you guys remember, I did a video with them. The guy who came as one second. Okay, so if you guys remember that I did a video with this IT guy who started a restaurant, this one, and I was there and he was like, hey, I used to watch your videos, and yeah, that's a bit background about him. Alright guys, we are here sitting with Bala, so we're gonna straight dive into the topic for today. Bala, why don't you give us a quick introduction about where you come from, which city are you from, what is your education background into? Yeah, just something which people can understand who this person is.
Hi guys, I'm Bala. I come from a village called Kandachipuram. It's nearby Viluppuram. I did my bachelor's degree in electrical and electronics engineering at PSG College of Technology, Coimbatore. And after that, I was working with Robert Bosch in Coimbatore for 1.5 years. And then I moved to Chennai. I worked in WAPCO for the past 4 years.
So 2 things missing for me. How much did you score in your bachelor's?
I scored 8.6 CGPA.
8.6, that's a good score. And then you worked at some company for 1.5 years and then 4 years in another company. So total of 5 years of experience, yes, before you came to Germany.
Yes.
Right. Bala, what I'm interested to know from you is more about the task which you were doing in the past, in that 5 years of experience, so that people can understand if they're doing that task or the job which you were doing in the past. We will also get to the point where what is he doing here in Germany, right? But yeah, let's go ahead. What was your job in those 5 years?
Yeah, okay, so when I was working with Robert Bosch, so I used to work for the driver software development for the Infineon controllers. So we have this FAD modules, GPIO modules. So I used to develop drivers for this microcontrollers in AutoSAR, of course. And when I was working with WAPCO, I was working in the application layer. So we used develop the ATC, the ABS braking. So we developed software for those applications.
Right. So it's been 3 weeks. You're working here. Are you doing something similar what you were doing back in India, or it's totally different?
It's almost similar, I would say. So the tools and other softwares which we use are quite similar, but the application would differ, of course.
Okay. Bala, before we dive into deep about this topic, you know that a lot of people are coming on job seekers.
Yeah.
And remember your days when you were back in India. By the way, Bala applied for a job while he was in India, and that's how he secured a job. He did not come here on a job seeker's visa. He applied a job sitting in India, and he had a job, went through the visa process, and then came here. Bala, what's your recommendation when it comes to job seekers in your point of view?
So the first way would be to get a job seeker visa and then come here and apply from here. That would help, but I couldn't afford that since I had to working there when I was in Chennai. So that's why I started applying jobs when I was. So I started applying around 2016, end of 2016, but I couldn't get much on that. So because I did not have the German language during that time, so I got rejected so many times. So and then I decided that okay, first let's learn German and then start applying for that. So that's how it all started.
Just to break down this information, I think one of the points which you raised is so evident, right?
Yeah.
You're at a job. If you want to come on a job seeker's visa, you really have to give up your current job. That means there's no income flowing in. And you're venturing this unknown journey, right? I feel personally that you should give yourself that chance to come here and try if something works out for you.
Yeah, you should give that
with the proper system. With proper actions to be taken before you come to this country, right? As you mentioned, you first thing start learning German language immediately. If you even think of coming to Germany, start language, especially with this kind of profile who are looking out for jobs directly. Right? Fulfill the minimum requirement. Minimum requirement majorly could be in any industry in general would be they need language. You have to be knowledgeable if you're working because
and relative experience also.
Right, exactly. Your experience matters a lot, and saying 20 years of experience should reflect that. As soon as you pass on your CV or when you talk to a person, what are the steps you took which you would like to pass it on to people there?
First, guys, register yourself at some German courses. That's really helpful if you're trying to apply jobs from India, because I started applying around November 2016. So I've been applying for some 3 months and I did not get
2016.
Yeah. So I did not get any positive responses for some 4 months. So and I got rejection stating that we need German language.
Right.
So and then I decided that okay, let me give myself 1 year time to learn the course.
Wow.
And then start again. So I started immediately. I enrolled myself at Goethe Institute, Chennai in January 2017.
Yeah.
So I did till A2. I completed A2 before that. So August 2017 I completed till B2. Sorry, A2.
A2.
Yeah.
Why did it take so long for you? Because was it an intensive course or?
No, it's not the intensive course.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Because if you do intensive course, you may by then you would have reached B1 or B2.
Yeah, but anyway, I had to take the courses on the weekends. So
right, and then you kept continue with the job.
Yeah, so
makes sense.
I could not give up on my job to pursue this one. So I was working on the weekdays and I was learning German on the weekends, and yeah, so I completed A2 till by end of September or August. So and then I was on site. I was in Hanover for 2 weeks. Sorry, 2 months.
You came to Germany?
Yeah. I was in Hanover for 2 months.
When was this?
In 2017. 2017, October, November.
Oh, after you completed your A2.
A2, yeah. So it really helps a lot. So and I couldn't further continue with B1 during 2017. So my initial plan was to complete till B1 in 2017. So since I came here, I could not meet that goal.
Right.
And then again I enrolled myself in the 2018 January. Right. And I completed my B1. May 2018 I completed my B1. And yeah, and then I started applying for the jobs from May. and I got first initial positive response in June.
Right.
I went through the interview in July, and I got my offer on August, and I joined here on December.
Wow. Okay. You see that now. It's 2016 and he is here in 2018. And there was a... See, this could have been avoided.
Yeah.
And this is a learning for you guys. The whole point of this what he just spoke is learn language, right? Learn language till B1 level. That would be an easy gateway for you to get in the system. At least start accepting, people would start accepting your application, right? When you study in this country, things are totally different, to be honest, okay? Of course, you're given a preference, you have a degree from this country, things become way easy for people to hire you. But when you're a bachelor from India or anywhere in the world, this is what you have to do. Alright Bala, so we all know how much time it took for you to learn German language, so the whole point was learn German language as fast as possible if you want to make it to Germany. Let's move on. What people are also interested to know is what questions were you asked during the interview, the job which you have right now, and how many applications did you file, what kind of cover letter or CV did you use, what kind of preparations did you had to go through to come to Germany. Can you give us an insightful information from your experience, please?
So the cover letter and the CV, tried to Google it, and I find some templates for the German format, and then I have filled in my experiences and what values I can bring to the company and everything in the cover letter, and I have listed down the experiences and my educational qualifications and the tools which I have used and the projects I have worked on, the other things, everything I have listed in the CV, and then I started applying it for that.
Right. And how many jobs did you apply?
I had applied around 100, 120, 130.
In this 2 years or?
No, after May 2018.
Correct, when you were already
having the B1
B1 certification.
Yes.
Right. And what kind of jobs were you looking out for, if you have to explain the profile?
Oh, I was morely looking on the model-based development, where we use the MATLAB to develop it.
Right.
And the next filter was to look anything in the embedded systems. So the first preference was to check for the automotive industry, and then we'll go to the other embedded systems.
Right. I just quickly want to go away from the topic, but people might be thinking in back of the mind. You come from electrical and electronics communication engineering, right? But then you work in embedded system now. What kind of current trends are going on in your field when it comes to tools, skills learning and all that, which you would want to pass it on to people?
Currently, automotive industry is going to more towards the rapid prototype development. So we spend more time to develop the actual model and see the results than hard coding everything. So the model-based experience would be really helpful. And yeah, of course, still the conventional C project experiences would be also helpful.
Right, let's get back to the actual question where we started from. So you spoke about CV and cover letter. You spoke about how many jobs you applied, more than 100 plus. Let's get to that point when you applied for this current company and you got a response.
Yeah.
Right? Remember, where were you at that time?
Okay, so I was handling this critical bug in my previous company. So it was like I had to deliver it overnight. So it was pretty much critical because the guy in Hanover was testing the actual software in the vehicle, and there was some bug. I was working overnight to deliver that. It's
and
like,
then you on the other side you got a response like?
Yeah. So I was taking a quick break, and I was checking my mail, so if I had anything in my mailbox, and I saw that, okay, there is some positive response. So it's like a mixture of emotions. On the one hand, I was struggling with this bug. On the other hand, I have some positive response. Yeah.
Right. And so this email, a happiness which landed in your inbox, in the stress work which you were supposed to deliver, what was it about? Was it for interview calling, or was it about like, hey, you're selected, wait for the next round?
No, it was for the first level of introductory round with one of the HRs over here. So
Right.
just to get to know what sort of experiences you have, because handing over the CV and the resume wouldn't mean much, because they will get to know what you had already done. So they just want to know, is it really you, or is it really
Right.
you have such experiences or
Right.
not? So they wanted to
Right.
have this conversation.
And that evening you got this email, you replied then, or next day?
No, I did not reply straight away, because I know if I reply straight away, I would totally mess it up, because I was on totally different level of stress. So I give myself one day off. I want to get everything out of my head, and then I was fresh to reply to that mail, and then I scheduled an appointment for the interview.
Right, so you gave your time and date.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I will be available for a call. Da, da,
Yes,
da.
yeah.
And that happened.
Yes.
What happened when somebody from HR from Germany said, okay, sure, let's do that on that date and time? Can you walk us through the questions you were asked? What kind of talks you had with the HR?
Okay, the first round, there is not much technical, so they were asking like what you had done, where you studied, what are the projects you worked on, and what are the tools you have used. So those were the questions, basic questions on the first round. And after that, we had a Skype interview, so face-to-face interview. So
Second round.
Second round.
Right, let's go step by step.
Yeah,
So
okay.
first round was basic, like
Basics,
HR,
yeah.
like why do you want to join?
Yes.
What do you know? Da da da. You know that.
Yeah,
Second round gets more critical.
more critical. Yes.
Right. This is where your actual job, which you're supposed to do, they're going to test you on that.
Yes.
Right. So on Skype, you had a face-to-face round.
Yeah.
With whom?
The project manager, the HR also was there, and other technical guys who were already worked on that particular domain.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so they were also there.
Can you walk us through the questions you were asked, especially? Nothing. You don't have to give out any privacy information, but just a general question you were asked.
That's more like first they asked about the experience in the past projects. So what sort of projects I had already worked on,
Yeah.
and what were the tools I had already worked on, and what are the processes we had followed in the current project.
Yeah.
So those were the basic questions, and then further moving on to their current project. So they were explaining about their project, and then so these are the projects that would be I would be handling it.
But
And
you were not selected by them.
no.
But
So
they were just walking you through what they
yeah,
do.
what they would do. So
Okay.
they wanted to know if I would be interested to work in that particular project.
Right. Such
So-
a nice.
Yeah, of course, they were nice people.
And then.
And then
Go ahead.
yeah, and then the basic since I had the model-based development background, so they were asking some basic questions on the model-based development, and some basic questions on the C conventional C coding.
So that was the second round,
Yes,
which went on for how long?
it's went about 1 hour.
1 hour.
Yeah.
What happened after that?
And after that, as goes with any other interview, so they said we will get back to you.
Yeah, yeah.
And they surely did get back to you within a week.
Within a week.
Within a week, yes,
Wow,
of course.
okay.
So that was pretty amazing. So I did not expect that quick, because it usually takes
time.
usually takes a month. So
And yeah.
finally the HR got back in contact with me. We had a conversation going on, like when I would be able to join.
Wait. So HR got back to you via email
Yeah.
saying that hey, you're selected.
No, it's like we would be. So out of all these candidates, we would like to offer you an offer, and
This is
they
where
wanted to know.
negotiation comes
Yeah,
in.
the negotiations comes in. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Important part. All right. I know your ears are strong now. How much is he earning? Anyway.
No.
Of course, we're not going to say that, but we'll give you a range.
Yeah.
I think we can give them the range, you know. So, of course, even I don't know how much he earns, but I'm also interested to know the range from this to this. That's where he earns somewhere. They put up an offer in front of you,
Yeah.
like, hey, we would like to offer you this and this. Are you willing to take this offer or not? Right? What happened?
They have sent the template offer via mail, and then I took 2 or 3 days to go through the offer and everything.
So they send you contract straight.
Sorry?
Did they send you the contract?
Some
just
template.
more like an offer?
Yeah. More like an offer.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I'm willing to take this offer, they would send the original contract offer.
Makes
via
sense.
mail.
Yeah, yeah.
So they have sent me the template.
Basically,
offer,
got
whatever.
selected, right?
Yeah, almost.
Of course, yeah.
So everything is done. It's just the negotiation part.
Wow, like just 2 rounds, and you're like your journey is okay. That's where Germany is.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah, I mean, so basically the decision was left on you.
Yes.
Now, like, if you want to take this offer, that means you're coming to Germany. If you don't, then it's up to you. Wow. So let's talk about the salary negotiation part. First of all, first question is, so the draft which was sent to you, were you happy with that?
Oh, I was happy at the time because I didn't have any other offer as well.
Right.
So and then the package was good enough to
start with.
Yeah.
Right.
So and then I decided to go with it.
Right. But you never spoke to HR like, can you increase here or there, something like that?
No, I never.
So
did
you
that.
were happy with?
Yeah, I was
with
happy
what
with whatever they offered because whatever they have offered, I think it was pretty nominal package for someone who is coming from India. Someone who's
So cool. And then, can you give us the range where you're earning? Like, this is an annual earning which you're making, I'm sure. Just I need a range from this to this. This is where somewhere you are.
Okay, so if you're coming from some other country, and if you have only bachelors, then you can be assured that you would be earning to fulfill the blue card level.
Smart chap! Didn't give the number. Now, if you guys want to know more about Blue Card video, I've made this video. Go ahead and check that. It's in the description, just so you get more idea about. Bala, how much tax you would be paying?
Since I'm
you're not married.
And I'm not paying the church tax as well. So I would be in the tax group 1.
Exactly. Again, if you guys want to have one-on-one session with me or someone from here, we can definitely walk you through with negotiation skills and how to talk and how to get your profile a one-notch level up and this and that. This is my email ID. Make sure that you go ahead and write me an email. But going back to your case, so you took that offer and you replied them saying that, okay, I'm interested, let's go forward. And from that time when you wrote like, I'm ready to go with your contract, with your offer, till the time you reached Germany, what was the time frame?
Okay, so they have sent me the template offer in the August 2018. Then I took 2 or 3 days to go through it, everything. And then I confirmed that I was okay to accept the offer, and I just sent them the confirmation mail. And then in the next couple of days, they have sent me the original offer signed by the CEOs and everything via the scan copy they have sent me via mail. And then I had signed back and sent the same scan copy to them in the next 1 week.
Right.
So end of August, I had this contract. And then, so after that, they have mailed me the original contracts, which you need for the visa processing. Yeah.
So they gave him they delivered, couriered basically.
Yes.
The original contract to his house address.
Yes.
Right. Which you actually need to get your visa processed. And if you want to know about this more, go and watch this video after you secure a job, how to proceed with the visa. You said you did B1 level of German. What role this language played when you were going through this 2 rounds of interview?
Okay, the funny part is that the interview happened in English.
That's what, yeah.
The funny part is that the interview happened in English, but for the other companies which I had applied, apart from this one, everything happened in German. So it did really help.
Oh, for sure.
Unfortunately, I could not land a job for those companies.
Right.
So you need a bit of luck, guys, for that.
That's where luck comes in with you. Okay, I totally understand that. But all right, guys, thanks a lot, Bala, for coming in. If you guys have any question, please reach out to me via email. And if I'm not able to reply back, someone from here in the company will reply you back. We can set an appointment. Be professional. Okay, no one-liner emails. I will just delete that. I'm telling you, at least this is what is expected. I mean, you won't believe there are people who write me an email, the whole email in subject line. I want this. That's not how it works out, and you know that what I'm talking about. Just be professional, write a good email. We are willing to invest our time onto such things and willing to help people and start their new life in Germany. All right. On this note, I would like to say goodbye, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.
Yeah. Bye bye.